as a teacher, by this time I have been teaching for almost 10 years, if not more. And I remember I won a couple of awards, one or two here and there in school, and they'll be like, oh, you're so good, you know how to teach, parents are happy, everybody's happy. But do you know that somewhere at the back of my mind, I kept asking people, do you think I'm a good teacher? Do you think I'm good in this? And for the life of me, even when they said, oh, but you're good now, you did this, somewhere inside, it was like I still had this doubt that I was as good. There was a particular award I won. I was like, wow, okay. Hello Tribers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's so good to have you back here. It's so good to be sitting here with you, talking to you again. Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing once again. Just in case you see me for the first time, my name is Kosi, short Kosi Ebube, and I am your host on this channel. Okay, so today, for some time now, we've been talking about our goals, achieving our goals in 2024. And just in case you are wondering, one of the reasons I have decided to go on this series is because I know that there are so many people, just like me, just like so many other people, who have gone through years. You have one goal or the other, and you go year in, year out, and you're like, this goal, I have not been able to achieve it. And this time around, you have picked it up again in 2024, and you're telling yourself, I want to do this. Now, this is me, and this is you watching me. This is our push. This is our everyday waking up to do what we have to do to achieve these goals. So I'm looking at different aspects, different things that actually hinder us from achieving these goals. So studying them, examining our behaviors, examining things around us, environments that stop us from hitting our goals. And today I'll be looking at another one, the power of your mind, the power of your mind as it affects achieving your goals in 2024. Now, everything around you, just look around you, anything you can see, every little thing, be it a pen, I'm looking around me to see bags, pillows, whatever it is. Before it came to be, it was in somebody's mind first. The first place where anything and everything existed was in somebody's mind. There was a picture in someone's mind, and it was because they held that picture in place and they went for it. They tried it over and over. That is why you have that thing physically existing today. So the truth is, for everything that we have to do, for everything around us, for everything that we want to be, that we want to do, or that we want to have, we must first of all be, do, and have in our minds. So it all starts here. In your mind is where you create the thoughts. Your mind is where you imagine it and everything before you bring it to pass. So it is so important that you protect the state of your mind. So guarding your dreams, seeing those dreams or following through with those dreams for them to come to pass in 2024 is highly dependent on how you protect the image or the picture that you have in your mind. How do you protect your thoughts? How do you protect your imagination to be sure that you're going to birth what you have in mind? It is so easy. It is so easy to steal that picture and to put another picture in. Now, in the period of time when you were probably on holiday, or when you were trying to write down your goals or conceive your goals, you were probably at home, maybe not working, and you were putting in these plans and all that. But now as work starts, as life begins to unfold, as things begin to change, you're going out every day, you're meeting with people. Nobody was there with you when you wrote that down. Now you're beginning to hear things, you begin to see things that are not consistent with what you have written down. Now you must preserve that picture. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. How do we preserve our minds and make sure that we can achieve our goals? So your mindset, your imagination, and leading up to manifestation. Okay, so your mind is like a camera, right? So a camera, when you want to take a picture, you begin to adjust the lens to get it to focus so that the picture that you want is clear, crystal clear. You want to see everything clearly. When it's blurry, then sometimes you can't make out what the picture really is, or you can't even use it for what you intend to use it for. Now, in the same way, your mind visualizes the things that you want to achieve. I want to believe that by now you have imagined yourself. What would it be like if I achieved this goal? What would it be? How would I look? How would I feel? How would I be acting? How would I be speaking? Where would I be? Who would I be working with? Who would I be in association with? And all of that, if these goals were achieved. So these are some of the things I want to believe that you have pictured and that you have in mind, that this is the kind of life you're trying to design for yourself. Now, your mind holds this picture in place and keeps it in focus. And then until everything around you, until your actions, until you're speaking, and then everything begins to conform to that image. In other words, eventually, those actions conforming to it will bring that image to pass, will bring it to manifestation. Now, but there are certain things that can steal that focus. So I want to talk about two focus stealers, two things that can steal your focus, that can affect your mind from focusing and honing in on what it wants to achieve, those distractions. And the first thing that came to my mind when I thought about this was the word hocus pocus, like noise around you, social media noise, what every other person is doing, what is going on, fear of missing out, and then it can make you jump from one thing to the other when you're supposed to actually be focused on what it is that you want to achieve. So one of the things you want to avoid this year is unnecessary noise. Unnecessary noise. I'm not saying I had to leave social media at a point last year, since from August almost till I think either November or December, just leave for a while, right? But even if you don't leave entirely, how do you keep your environment serene and clean and free from the noise that can be quite distracting? Are there people you need to unfollow? Are there people that you need to mute their statuses, like on WhatsApp? These are some of the things that you need to think about, just to keep your head focused, to limit the things it is that you see. Okay? The second one I want to talk about is purposelessness. Now, the Bible says something. It says, redeeming the time, for the days are evil. There's so many activities that we carry out, that what really is the aim of this thing that we're doing? Does it contribute to my bigger picture? Does it contribute to what I'm trying to achieve? Or is it a waste of time? Now, this is not a perfect process. The process of manifesting, or the process of taking things from your mind to manifestation, it's not a straightforward one size fits all process. It doesn't mean that you'll always be focused or you will counter, but it means that your mind is conscious of knocking out distractions when they come up. Your mind is conscious of bringing you back or jolting you back to say, oh, we have something to do. Oh, this thing you're doing is not what we should be doing now. You need to stay focused. You need to keep your mind on this thing. So that's one of the reasons why I talked about accountability. I'll be honest with you, since we entered this month, one of the things that has really, really helped me has been an accountability system that I'm working with, and a tracking system where I know that I have things that I have to do. I have given people my word, and there are people who will be asking me. So two things that can be focus stealers: hocus pocus, which I say is noise from around you, social media, wherever it is, or purposelessness. What are you doing, and what is the aim of what you're doing? Is it just wasting time, or is that thing you're doing actually leading you to achieve your goals? Is that okay? Now, I want to talk about the second thing on this process of making up your mind. Let's talk about mindsets. Now, your imagination is one thing. You can imagine something, and then when you finish imagining it, you go to sleep, and that's the end of the imagination. Now, there's one other thing that can hinder your progress, or that can hinder you from taking your imagination up to the point of manifestation, and that thing is your mindset. Your mindset is a belief system. If you check the meaning of mindset, it says an attitude of the mind. The Bible says the way he thinks, as a man thinketh, so is he. So it's not what you think, like your imagination or the pictures you have in your mind can be what you are thinking. But now, as you think, the way you think, which means that the way you think colors everything that you do. This is the way you process things. This is the way you understand things. This is your perspective. This is the way you see things. So the way you think goes a long way. So you can have a very big dream. If you have a very limited and limited mindset, then that means that no matter how big you dream, you will always fall to the level of your mindset. If your mindset is consistently one of, oh, it's the big people now, it's the people that have the money, or it's not for people like us, we are not, and in your mind you have put yourself in a box that says we cannot go beyond this level. So every other thing that you imagine is a wish. Yes, it's a wish and it's not likely going to come to pass. So one of the first things you want to do is to break the box of your mind. Break the box of your mind. Break out of that mindset, that limiting mindset. How do you think? How do you think? Do you see things and say, oh, this is possible, I can do it? Is that confidence there? Is that assurance there that I can do anything, I can be anything, this is who I am? That push comes from that confidence in who you are. Okay. Just to buttress my point on this mindset issue, right? I remember as a teacher, by this time I have been teaching for almost 10 years, if not more. And I remember I won a couple of awards, one or two here and there in school, and they'll be like, oh, you're so good, you know how to teach, parents are happy, everybody's happy. But you know that somewhere at the back of my mind, I kept asking people, do you think I'm a good teacher? Do you think I'm good in this? And for the life of me, even when they said, oh, but you're good now, you did this, somewhere inside, it was like I still had this doubt that I was as good. There was a particular award I won. I was like, wow, okay. So, you know, it's like you don't even believe. So people even see you more than you see yourself. So some people see, and the thing is, until you key into, no matter what they see about you, the truth is you must see and believe those things about yourself for you to begin to walk in the consciousness of, oh, this is who I am. I'm good in this thing. I'm good at this. Now that confidence comes back. I know how to do this. I can. So it makes you even, you can say things about yourself, sell yourself, market yourself, put yourself in certain circles, right? Because to be honest with you, there were so many circles I shied away from just because regardless of what I was told, regardless of the awards won in different places of work, I still felt like maybe it's just, you know, there's something it's called impersonation. There's something it's called. I'll put it on the screen if I remember. But it feels like an imposter syndrome. It feels like it's not you. Maybe you're going to be found out someday. Maybe I'm just pretending. I don't think I can be this good. But when you become conscious of the fact that I can actually do this thing, you find out that you relax, you flow into it, and you do it a lot better even. You're more comfortable. It begins to come out of you naturally. And to be honest with you, ever since then, when I realized that, okay, you're actually good at this thing, it has made me more confident in what I do in the classroom when I'm teaching. I feel more confident in my skills. I feel more confident in my ideas, sharing them and all of that. So what you think or how you think, your mindset is very key to achieving, is key to achieving your goals. Now there are certain cures I like to prescribe to having the right mindset. And the first one is the environment that you're in. Your environment affects the way you think. Your environment affects the way you see things. Just for instance, you can see a lot of people that they'll tell you, oh, I moved from maybe village to Lagos, or I moved from Nigeria out of the country, and you see that their perspective and the way they see things just shifts, right? So where you are, the environment you're in, you need to look around you. What kind of people are in that environment? How do they do things? How do they think? Do you need to move out of that environment? You need to expose yourself to other things. Now, just like the environment, the people and the places that you go to, all of this actually contributes to the environment. The people, the places, the kind of activities that you do. What are you doing? Is it limited within a certain, this is all that you're able to do within this environment because we don't have this, we don't have that? Maybe you need to actually change places. Maybe you need to change jobs. Within the same industry, maybe you need to explore a bigger scope. Something, it's just an example. I'm not saying jump out of where you are, but you need to look at what is causing this limitation that I feel. What is causing this limitation on my mind that is not helping me to achieve my goals? Now let's talk about manifestation, because we're looking at mindsets, we're looking at imagination, leading you up to manifesting your dreams. Okay, so manifestation is not a walk in the park. Manifestation is not going to happen in 10 minutes like this video. It's not going to happen in 15 minutes. It is years and years and years of work, years and years and years of consistent work. Is that okay? Speaking of manifestation, when you have the right mindset, in other words, you think the right way, the people in your circle, you have the right people in your circle, your interactions have improved, and you have the right mindset, you have a possibility mindset, then you can be, and you have, your imagination is crystal clear. The picture, the things you're focusing on, the things that you want to achieve are very clear, and your activities, your actions are consistent with what you want to see, and then you're on your way to manifesting your dreams, right? So manifestation is at different levels. Some people have started manifesting 30 to 40% of their dreams. Some people are manifesting 50, 60%, some at 80, 90, and going and counting. But different people are on different levels of manifestation. Now, here's the thing about manifestation. The moment you begin, it's like setting the ball rolling on something. The first effort or the most effort you need is at the beginning of getting that thing to work. So, but the moment you get into it, it's almost as if what you have manifested causes other things to begin to manifest. So like the domino effect, you push one thing, you do another thing, you keep doing, and then very soon you have entered a life where things are naturally occurring and bringing things towards you because of the consistency, because of the showing up that you have done in the past. So at different levels of manifestation, we'll see different things. At first, it may feel to you like you're struggling, and then you may look and see that, see Mr. B, see where his achievements are, see where my own is. You don't know how many years it took to get there. Your own path is, okay, I have worked on this part of me. I have worked on the foundation that matters. I have worked on my mind. Can I see this kind of thing coming to pass in my own life? Can I see this kind of thing happening for me? If I can see it, then I can get there. Now, the question is, how do I get there? What was the process? What was the process? Because when we hear imagination, manifestation, mindset, it's not an overnight thing. Even the process of changing your imagination, the process of fixing your mindset is a process. Keyword process. So all these things take time. So gradually, if you can focus on it, if you can stay with it, you would eventually get to the points that you see yourself at. So quickly, as I wrap up for today, we've talked about 3 major things. Your mindset shift, having a mindset shift, having the right picture, the right imagination of where you want to go, and holding that picture in focus, staying on what you want. 2 things that can steal it easily: noise and purposelessness. So when your activity is purposeful, directed at what you want, don't just, you want to achieve this, but you're doing other things that don't get you the goal, don't achieve you the results. You need to focus on it. Will there be distractions? Will there be days you feel like it? Will there be days you don't feel like it? If you're in this country, Nigeria, will there be days that there are factors that don't help you or move you forward towards your ministry, electricity, whatever it is? There's so many things that can come up. Another thing I think I'd like to add to this is determination. Be determined. Be determined. Resolve and be resolute that I am going to do this. Is that okay? So no matter how it comes forth, the most important thing is to show up when you feel like it, when you don't feel like it. Make up your mind that you are going to win in 2024. And regardless of what you see on the way, keep pushing until you get the results that you want to see. I'll see you in my next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Shoot me your questions or comments in the comments. Just ask me your questions, whatever it is. I'll be glad to discuss them. What has started happening since the year has been unfolding? Has it been easy? Going back to work, holding on to those dreams, everything that you set yourself up for, everything that you gave yourself, every target you gave yourself. How are you doing with it? See you next time. Bye.